Very good morning to all the participants. Very good morning to all the participants. Today, here we are doing Guru Purnima series, and Guruji Sri Satyanarayana Naik sir are today's host, today's program. So I will welcome sir. Sir, need no introduction. He has written so many books. He is the main propagator of Rao system of Nadi astrology and master in all the type of astrology. Sir.
One thing is, I am not a master. One. Number two.
That's
is,
your humility.
So it basically nobody can be master. The masters are there already. They are there. We are only their followers, right? So in that line of activity, the followership has certain qualities. That is more important. What is that quality? Not to deviate from the original text and maintain the justice for the dictums already given by the rishis. So basically the main mission is mission Parashara perfection. Mission Parashara perfection is the basic idea. So getting into that, I just wanted to share the screen and then start. Okay, right, okay. I hope you are all seeing the screen. You can respond to me. You're seeing the screen, okay? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, absolutely fine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now this is, to begin with, it is better to start with Daiva Darshana. So that's why I put temple. Why a temple? I should have put the God figure also. The very purpose of putting the temple is we can only see the temple. Even if we go inside, we'll only see the idol. We are not seeing the God. It's a fact. But we consider that idol as God. The perception in the mind is the idol is the God. It's a strong perception, which is not visible, but there is a symbol. We are adoring that symbol. The entire astrology is the symbolic representation. Right? Where you see Lagna, you can't see Lagna, but you can see the sunrise. Right? Where do you see the Rashis rising? You cannot see the Rashis rising. Right? There is a close relationship between the sun and the moon. The entire thing is based on sun and moon. One is the Atma, what you call it is external force, that you can call it as cosmic energy, that is mental energy. One is cosmic energy, other is mental energy. The idea of the Jyotisha is the combination of these two. What is Atma? Nobody has seen. What is God? Nobody has seen. But we are talking about God, we are talking about Atma. And we have got, by Atma Bala, you say, Atma Nirbhara, Atma Bala, Atma Sakshi. We are giving all the positive statement basis of the thing which you have not seen. That means that Atma has so much of power. So much of power. So basically, because I am trying to tell you the Parashara, what I have learned, I'm only giving you the glimpses of it. I'm not going to give you any lecture about all those things. I'm going to glimpses of it. What is the deviation we are taking here? See, when you learn from a guru, there are many things which you will not be able to dissect in a dictum. It is not possible because the meanings are so beautiful, so wonderful, and so variety, but they are using the different words for different expressions. Atma Kamala. Atma Kamala. What does it mean, Atma Kamala? So we see that sloka, we are getting what Atma is understood. Okay, it can be sun. But he is referring to Lagna when he say Atma. He is not referring to the sun. He is referring to the Atma, means he is referring to Lagna. He said Kamala. Who is Kamala? Lakshmi. And what are the Lakshmi Sthanas? So those Lakshmi Sthanas has to be considered there. Then Sthiti, Yuti, Jyoti, many things are there. So all these things. So the way they interpret things are totally different. So we are going to touch certain things in this session. What actually the Parampara teaches you, right? Because I learned from a Gurukul system. I am talking about Parashara, not Nadi today, because Nadi is not a different Jyotish at all. Calling it as a different Jyotisha, Jaimini Jyotisha, Jyotisha is one. There are different methodology. And the argument that Nadi do not consider Lagna is a half-baked knowledge. It is definitely considered Lagna. Guruji Arjuna himself has indicated, but only thing is we have to read in between the lines what he is telling. Many things he has disclosed in between the lines, not exactly shared directly. And one more thing, what we call it is Bhrigunandi Nadi. There is no such book as Bhrigunandi Nadi. The book available is the publication of the notes of Sri R.J. Rao, who has done his experiments based on the horoscopes taken from the Bhrigu Nadi and the Nandi Nadi. It contains the horoscopes of, and he analyzed, he was trying to correlate planetary combinations for the delineation given already by the rishis. So his experiment, during his experiment method, he came out with the principles. Right, that is one part of it. So therefore, it is not BNN. Again, the short part, BNN. Like, for Varga Kundali, you call it D chart. So D is a divisional chart. It's not division, it's a Varga. It's a grouping. So division is totally, you're cutting it off. It is not a cutting it off, it is inclusiveness, not separateness. So that very fundamental meaning of Varga Kundali, Varga Jyotisha is total Varga, grouping, Varga, categorization, Jyotisha. Division, cut it off. So totally different. The total translation itself has changed. So naturally the mind also gets division. So these are the things first. The fundamental things I'm telling is what we learn in Gurukula. If you say D chart, they will kick you out. I said you are not unfit to be here. They say it's Varga chart. These are very simple things I'm telling. Now, next thing is there is a shloka. Vruddha Parashari. Varaha Mihiracharya Jeminyadibhi Revacha Palada Bahava Rokta Stekalau Paladanahi. If you do Padavibhaga, there are so many meanings you will get it. But basically what is linked, this is Vruddha Parashari. What he says, Varaha Mihira, Jaimini and many more have written predictive parts of astrology. But they are brief and seems to be comparatively deficient. When you say comparatively, there is something else he is comparing it. That is the Hora Shastra. The main thing is Hora Shastra. What is the Hora Shastra? They will ask, this is also called Hora Shastram in Kerala, but the original Hora Shastra is again the Parashara, right? Next, Guru Pradeepa. This is also, there is another shloka here. Kalau Parashari Hora Pratyaksha Valadarshini Tad Uktaritya Anumeyam Janma Kala Shubhadikam. That is, in Kali Yuga, Kalavu, the Kali Yuga. The Parashara Hora is evidently a prediction oriented based on the charts, based on the birth time. That is, he is giving the priority. This is what we have been taught. We have been taught. Because it is not the question of hero worship. You have to worship all the heroes. But you cannot, when you are worshipping hero, you are not supposed to condemn other hero. That is the lakshana of the Vidyarthi. If you are in one school, if your guru is teaching one school, you are not supposed to condemn other school. That is the lakshana of Vidyarthi. Vidyarthi lakshana. There is nothing wrong. Even you accept or you don't accept different thing, but you can't condemn it. You don't apply it. If you do not want, you don't apply it. But you say that is wrong is adhika prasanghi. You are talking much beyond your limits. The third one says, what he says in Kali Yuga, Parashara Hora is evidently, not only, he is not telling only, is evidently the prediction oriented based on birth charts. He is specific about it. So should we discard all other things? Absolutely not. In the first look, it says deficient. There are missing links there. Therefore, take that also. Take Parashara also. You have to correlate because Varaha Mira clearly says, whatever I have not said here, please refer to Hora Shastra. Hora. Then Jaimini also says, Hora Daya Siddha. When he says, whatever I have told, if it is not there, you just, whatever is not here, you refer to the Hora Shastra. That means they are all giving importance to Parashara. Then later on, the people have written, Phaladipika, Mantreshwara, Vaidyanadekshar, Jataka Parijata. All these things, they are acharyas, they are jyotishis, they are basically astrologers. Their experience they have given. You can't match with the acharya, with the rishis. Rishi Pokta is Jaimini. You have got just all rishis, they have written astrology, those are Rishi Pokta. And Varahami Acharya, he was an astrologer. Likewise, Mantreshwara was an astrologer, Vaidyanadekshar, Kalidasa, anything, all these fellows are astrologers. So their experimented matters they used to publish and they wrote in books. In those period, Sanskrit was the language prevalent, they wrote in Sanskrit. There is every possibility that they have given importance to the matter which they have experimented. If they are not telling something, it doesn't mean they are contradicting what is existing in the Parashara. And similarly, I'll give an example for it. Parashara has given one complete chapter on combination of planets. Digraha Yoga, Trigraha Yoga. So he has given combination of planets. Results based on only combination of planets. There is no lagna, he never reference bhava or anything. Only combination of planets, Digraha Yoga. He has taken an example of Karakatva and given. Then in the same chapter, he says, ultimately, the rest of the things, the astrologer should use his imagination, his intellect, his logic, and then construct many prediction based on the combination of the planets. So friends, tell me, what did Sri Arjuna did? He took that particular portion, the combination of planets, right? Then senselessly condemning that Arjuna system is wrong is a stupidity. Then it is Varaha Mira. What about Parashara? Haven't we read? The bhava has to be analyzed from the bhava, then then bhavadipati. Then what you read from bhava should also be read from the karaka. What is karaka? Karaka is a planet. Drishtibhedadhyaya. When what happens? A planet will influence another planet. Drishtibhedadhyaya. So what Sri Arjuna did? Same thing. Drishtibhedadhyaya. That he brought it. That is, influence of a planet, another influence will change something or the other. Guna, it will change the guna, it will be karakatva, whatever you think, it changes. There is a relationship. No, this is not a session to propagate Sri R.J. Rao system, but this is an essential factor to understand that why we are, first and foremost, have we read Samhitas? Have we read the Puranas? Have we read the astronomy? No, they have not done anything. But the Granthas are written for those persons who are read experts in all those matters. Maitreya was expert. He says, you know everything about Purana, Shastra, Veda, everything, you know. Now I am teaching astrology. That is Parashara's word. So for such a person, they are teaching, then what could be the standard of teaching for them? We have to raise that level to understand that Parashara. It is absolutely essential to learn Sanskrit. There is no other way. You have to learn. Translation version, there is, yes, you can translate. I am speaking in English. But if you know the content very well, last time also I put in Facebook also, there is a shloka in Jataka Parijata, and it is also there. Many people have written it also. He says, if the fifth lord is enemy to the Lagna, he will get cursed from the deity. Translation like that. How can be fifth lord be enemy to the Lagna? Then it's, oh, Jataka Parijata, the shloka, he is wrong. But the translation, the word is missing. Sapatne, he says, that word is missing. They did not understand what is Sapatne. Sapatne means if he is in the seventh. If the fifth lord is in the seventh, he is in the opposite to the Lagna. Therefore, he cannot have the grace of the God. Then again, conditions are there. If the seventh lord, again, if he is associated with the ninth lord, associated with the sixth lord, again associated with the Lagna lord, then again, yes, he may deviate his line of activity in the divinity. He may change his deity, and he may get a guidance, whatever it is. It depends upon whether it is the ninth house, whether it is the fifth house or any other fifth house disposition. So many things are there. With that, you can analyze what is happening there. So we find, because we did not understand it, we simply translate it. So we are following the translation. So next thing is, these are the slokas which it says 100%. Here it says, Phalani nakshatramananusarena vibrunahe dasha vimshottari cha atra gahya na anyam tanivai. The predictive parts are based on the nakshatra spans through Vimshotri Dasha and not with any other deviation. He is not telling any other Dasha, he is telling any other deviation in this. Right? The idea is, in the beginning itself, Parashara says, Nakshatra Bhoga. The first he says, all that shining are stars. All the shining are stars. The one which moves is Graha, the one doesn't move is called Nakshatra. That is static light objects in the sky or nakshatra, and dynamic light energies are called planets. When you say dynamic, moving. So this two is very clarified. This gives a lot of meaning behind it. One is static, means a space factor. One is a space factor. Dynamic is time factor. A time and space combination. That is the extraordinary intelligence of the rishis, the Parashara. Extraordinary intelligence. Time and space. That factor he brings in there itself. The Rashi Chakra is the static energy. In the static energy, the bhavas are formed. Bhavas are formation of the karmic energies. The dynamic planets decide the prarabdha. This is fundamental, which is taught in the Gurukula school of Parashara astrology. I was lucky to be one of the students in that lineage. It gives a lot of clarity. Are you there? Are you listening? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, you can't, the Hora word, the Hora word. People say, the shloka, Kalyana Varma says, Adhyanta Varna Lopad Uddhara Shastra Bhavatya Ahoratrat Tatpati Buddhaschayam Graha Bhagana Chintyate Yasmat. Then he says, eliminating the prefix and suffix of the word Ahoratra, the Hora has come. Right? So, people, you ask anybody, how Hora word came? I said, Ahoratra was there. He removed there, and at the end, Tra is removed, it became Ahoratra, only Hora is retained. The beginning letters, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but this is Kalyana Varma said. Kalyana, as I said, he is an astrologer, he is a Raja, right? He is a king, astrologer king. But basically, Varaha Mira says, Hore Atya Horatra Vikalpameke Vanchanti Purvapara Varna Lopat. He says, Vikalpameke, that is, some are saying like this. It is not the Abhipraya. It is not his intention or his contention, nor he is supporting it. He says, some says like this. That is Hora, Ahoratra. That is not the method at all. Right? Now, say similar thing. This misconception is still going on. It is going on like that, but it is not that. There is a different method of it. I will come back to it. Before that, there must be some other meaning for the Hora. So therefore, we have to go for the meaning of that one. That we'll go for it. But basically, I'm just telling you here, you got this Varga charts. I will call it as Varga charts. I will never call it as D charts, right? I will never call it divisional chart. I call it Varga charts. And in English letter, a number is attached to D1, D2, D3, D2, attached to it. It is a birth chart. It's a birth chart. Why it is D1? Because it's Varga. What is the word? He says, Janma Varga. Birth related matters. Just understand what he is telling. Janma. Janma Kundali. Varga Kundali, Janma Kundali. is one, first one. Second is this Hora chart. Horamsha is what? Dividing, that is not dividing. No, two groups of a sign, two groups of a sign. He says first group belongs to sun, second group belongs to moon, and the order they changes. Savya, Apasavya goes on. For that also there is a reason. Right? There is a reason. What is Savya and Apasavya? So Hora chart, that is a Lagna is made into two groups. One group belongs to sun, another group belongs to moon. The entire secret of Varga Kundali based on this concept. It's a research going on. Yes, I will come out with not a book. Of course, I will come with a class for it. There's a different thing. Okay. But the computing the Lagna, that is the purpose of this. When you say Hora means 1 hour. Lagna is how many hours? 2 hours. So 1 hour each. Not a division. It is a grouping. Group 1 hour. The other group is another 1 hour. Because this is the concept of Varga Kundali and how it is going to. That is, when you say a planet is getting Gopuramsha, Parvatamsha, and he says he is attaching an importance to the number of Shubha Amsha. And then to decide Shubha Amsha, if you don't study Parashara properly, certain adhyas, special adhyas, if you don't study, you will not be able to decide what is Shubha and what is Ashubha. It is not the one what is written in the books. Absolutely not. This is a general, it's a general, whatever the title may be, advanced, whatever, but what content of this, as far as this particular matter is concerned, it is not advanced. It is only telling the plain meaning of it. The Varga Kundali is a powerful tool, not for predictive matters, regular predictive matter. It is going beyond that. It is trying to understand the reasons and resource for the particular thing happening here. It is the resource and the background why a particular event is happening. It goes into different layers of the life. It's a different subject. Altogether, it's a different subject. It's higher level. Now let us come back to what is Hora and how it is. There is one system called Katapayadi, and mostly those musicians are well aware of this because all the ragas are based on Katapayadi only. Right? Then what happens in Katapayadi, if you want certain meaning, even in astrology also, especially in Jaimini also, Katapayadi is used. And not only that, even in Parashara also, the Katapayadi is used, but nobody knows about it. They have not tried it. And there are many books, in addition to Parashara, written by the great authors. There is what I call Sampradaya Jyotishis, who has written. It is their notes. They don't part it with anybody. They don't print it also. Before the death of Ayur, I took permission that I will definitely disclose all these things. Certain matters I have to disclose. He said, okay. Right. But it is your karma. He said, it is your karma. Yeah, you are not supposed to, but it is your karma. I said, it's all right. I may have to suffer, but it may benefit many people. Therefore, I said, okay, I took up that mission. Parashara, perfect. In that, what happened here? He said, the Hora word gives Katapayadi. So we take Hora. Ha. What is the number for the Ha? Here? We can answer, no problem. Somebody can answer.
8.
8, okay. Then what is the number for the Ra?
2.
That is 82. Now, Ankanam Vamogatihi. Whenever you arrive at Katapayadi numbers, reverse it. That is 28. 28. 28 means 27 plus 1. 27 stars plus Abhijit Nakshatra. That is 28 stars. These are considered Vedanga Jyotisha. From Vedanga Jyotisha, Saura Jyotisha. That is your solar system. Vedanga Jyotisha goes 28 nakshatra, which is also included, and wherein Muhurtals comes into picture. The next is you take Saura. Saura means what? Solar system. Saura. Take Katabadi for Sa. Sa. What is the number for Sa? What is the number for Sa?
7.
7. What is the number for Ra? 2.
2.
72. Reverse it, 27. So in Mora, 27 nakshatras, 108 padas, Bhachakra around it. Surya Mandala. What is the zodiac sign? Surya Mandala is the zodiac sign. That is divided into 12 parts with 9 padas each. Right? That is 108 padas. These 108 padas represent divisions, portions. That is amshas, not divisions. Amshas, portions, groupings, 9 groupings. That is what is called Navamsha again. Why Navamsha is important is because of this, because it relates to the zodiac. Any Amsha is not a complete chart. It is a reference point to the complete birth chart. It is a reference point to the chart. And there are different methods of linking to that one. What happens to a planet is only in the birth chart. Whether it is exaltation, whether it is debilitation, whether it is own sign, whatever happens, happens here only. But this will indicate this Amshas, when it becomes his position, when it becomes in Amshas, when it becomes Shubha Amshas, then the results will be different. It is going to be a different level altogether. So that is a different matter. So now, what is the use of this Katabhyadi? How can you use it? We can use it in many ways. First, reverse the Katabhyadi number. The number will give a meaning, just like what we did for Hora and Saura. Second thing is, when you divide by 27 or 28, it gives nakshatra. If you divide by 27, it will give Saura nakshatra. It will give 28, it will give the Vedanga Jyotisha nakshatra. And when you divide it by 12, it gives a sign, Rashi. And when you divide it by 9, it gives a Sapta Graha Mandala. 7, any one of the planets, including Rahu Ketu. Sapta Graha Mandala, then why I'm telling Mandala? In the Mandala itself, Rahu Ketu appears because the Mandala, the axis of the spokes is formed by Rahu and Ketu. It is again, it's a Khagola Shastra, and totally the connection of the moon, Rahu, Ketu, and many things are moon represents unknown things. That is a different matter altogether. So all this thing comes by dividing by 9. This is the Katabhyadi system. It is used in many places. So we are trying to, these are being taught in Gurukul school. That was the thing. That's why a guru is essential. A guru is definitely essential to fine tune what we are learning or remove the unnecessary things what we have been pushed into. And 2 zodiac systems, Western astrology. Some people, Western is correct. Why? How can it be Western is correct? And what is the difference between Western tropical zodiac and Nirayana zodiac, sidereal zodiac? It's a different thing. If you understand the Hora, you will understand all these things again. To understand this, what is Nirayana and Ayana Jyotisha, that is tropical Jyotisha, you will understand. If you understand that, what I told earlier, this division, Hora and Saura, you will understand. Hora division, Hora what you call it as division is Varga. If you understand that Varga, everything will understand. You will understand. That is it. That is the fundamentals. From the fundamentals only, you are getting all positive and all powerful matters in the advanced astrology. So if I give a Rashi Karakatva, people just don't even say, they'll not be listening to you because they feel that I am telling you the fundamentals. But the fundamental effects have got many meaning. Then you say, why Tattva? Oh, they are only bothered about why Tattva means they are bothered about something related to health matters. But it is spreading. It's a knowledge spreading. If it is afflicted, it is a disease spreading. The Tattva getting affliction, it changed the whole concept of the sign itself. So we simply know Chara, Stira. So people say Chara means it is not permanent. That is not the meaning. Chara means progressive. It's continuous. It's progressive. Stira means not simply permanent. It is sustenance. The capability to withstand. Upaya means adjusting. Not too far. Adjusting. So that is in the context will be changing, meaning will be changing. I'm just giving an example of it because I can't, in this short period, I can't give you all the material. But anyway, and I'm planning for the classes for it. Next is, we'll go to the next portion. Next slide. Okay. Now we have Rashi Shila and Swabhava. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna are there. The application effect of Rashi Guna, where it is to be used. What a Sattva Guna Rashi, is it only Sattva Guna? Does it have anything else? And what happens if the other object comes into picture which has got contradictory Tattva? But what to do with the prediction? The very much prediction, it has got very much related to prediction. Suppose Satyavaja asked me a cup of coffee. I gave him a cup of coffee. Oh, you want a cup of coffee? Nice, okay. I'll do it. So how much sugar you want? Everything else. Then while giving, you think in the mind, this fellow comes here, every time comes ask for coffee, it might be a headache to prepare coffee. My tamas guna started there. So he drinks the coffee, he gets acidity because I transferred my energy there. But he asked for a coffee. Then I went. Milk was not there. I ran up. I telephoned, called the milk, brought it, and prepared it, and gave him coffee. Please taste it, how it is. Is it okay? Are you satisfied? Transferring the positive energy. That guna changes. If you use your logic, you'll understand what I'm telling. What I'm telling is totally related to astrology. I am just superimposing Satya on myself. You can superimpose anything there. You'll get a lot of meaning. Right?
Right, sir.
How to use a missing link? It will start by only the Gurukula again. Somewhere in the unauthenticated system, terming as Nadi, there is a reference of Tattva. Some people call it as Nadi and they brought Tattva there. It's something else. It's unauthenticated. So just like that. Because the word is there, use it. It is like, what is Atma? So only those people will talk about Atma who are wearing Kashaya Vastra and you listen to them. If Satya or myself talk about Atma, then you don't know what is that. Because only when he says something Atma, is something spiritual thing. Right?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen Atma? No.
No,
Ask
sir.
him.
No.
Have anybody asked even the person who is having 2 foot beard and then having ask him, have you seen Atma? Then you say moksha. Oh, moksha. That is, you got it. Moksha. What is moksha? Oh, will I get moksha in this birth? Oh, there come. I've seen a lot of people coming. And do you have moksha in my? Every day you have moksha. Because you are leaving something or the other. It is getting rid of thing is moksha. So what is the spirituality in moksha? The very fundamental theory, which I'm going to come back now. I will come back to that, moksha, etc. But you are talking dharma, moksha, punya, papa. You are nothing you have seen, sarga, nothing, because those who have seen has not come back to you and told you. But we are talking about them in such a way that even a philosopher cannot do it, and then we call spiritual astrology. What is spiritual astrology? Talk about those things which you are not able to see. That is spiritual astrology. Spirituality means what? Spirit. That is, talk about the jiva. That is the spirit. That is the spiritual astrology. Not something dharma, karma, moksha, something which don't talk about. You talk about the jiva. What is that you are experiencing? Say, Satya Vaja, you drank coffee. How did you feel? That is important. I gave you coffee, how did you feel drinking coffee? Isn't it? You tell me that. So what is that? Jiva is experienced through the mind, the taste of the coffee, that becoming a vasana. It is getting attached to the coffee.
Right, sir.
After 10 years, you ask me, Arey, on that day, night sub gave me a cup of coffee. It was so wonderful. Oh my God, after 10 years, that mind is remembering it. That is vasana. That is the vasana. That memory is the vasana. Instead of that, if you had remembered, what a beautiful sentence he has told, oh, that would have been a right memory. Isn't it? What a teaching he has given me. That is a different memory. So we remember all these things, coffee, tea, cigarette, all these things we remember. This is the memory. So this is vasanas. So when you talk about spiritual vitality, we are talking about the jiva, the one which doesn't exist. The whole part of it, why Ketu is called body? Because it doesn't bother, it falls out. It has no connection with the jiva at all. It falls down, finished. But jiva remains as it is. It rejects. It rejects the jiva. Its body has got the body rejects the jiva. Jiva doesn't reject the body. He said, you are unfit to be here. Because I got my liver problem is that my kidney failed, my heart failed, everything is failed. You are unfit to be here, you go. So body fell down. That body is Ketu. Then we call it as Muktikaraka. No. He is the Margadarshaka of the Mukti.
Great, sir.
He will show the direction. You live because including you are there, everything is best, you live. Therefore, when you live, that you should realize this is for good. Then you say, oh, my body has gone. No weeping, nothing, absolutely fine. You are prepared for the death. That is the good. That is the preparation. He is the Margadarshaka for the death, not Karaka. When you say Karaka, the doer, he did not do, he will not necessarily he should do it. Right? Venus, wealth Karaka. But luxury Karaka. He may give, he may not give. But he is destined for certain matters. He is the post officer in charge of so. Yes. But officer, he may give, he may not give. So that is, don't say, just because Karaka, you say, Karkataka Lagna, Mars is Yoga Karaka. Yes. He has the capacity to give you certain benefits. Yoga is nothing but totally a comfort zones. It may come from the past birth, or it may come from the willful doing now. So this is what yoga happens here. Okay. So this is, first thing is the Rashi Shila. Okay. Then is Graha Shila. Graha Sattva Rajastama Guna. There is a big gap between Guna and Karakatva. We are getting confused even in Nadi Ashtra, Rao system also. We don't know whether we are talking about Guna or we are talking about Karakatva. What it does is different. What his qualities are different. The qualities of the planet is different. The signification of the planets are different. We mixed up everything. So that differentiation comes here. That comes in Parashara. This Gurukula Parashara. It comes in Gurukula Parashara. When it comes into that picture, then the Nadi becomes very easier. When Rashi Guna, we'll see Rashi Gunas and Rashi Swabhavas, then you will understand Jaimini, Abhimukha Rashi. What is Abhimukha Rashi? You will understand Jaimini. Right? When he says, Abhipashyantu Rakshani, Abhipashyantu Rakshani. What a beautiful Parshadecha. These two sentences are enough for Jaimini, what he was supporting Parashara. This is exactly what he says here. Rashi Shila Dhyaya. Then it comes to Lagna. Vishesha Sangha. This is something greater than Rashi. What is it? Lagna and 11 bhavas. It is a key to identify the status of matters in bhava is being explored. What is bhava? The Lagna bhava. That is the frame the jiva has taken the birth, where the Atma has taken the birth. That Atma, it relates to Dvadasha Atmaja. Totally controlled by the sun. Dvadasha Atmaja. There are 12 suns. That is entire, all the 12 bhavas is again the representative factor of the Lagna only. Therefore, one particular thing, somebody said, it is always look for the Lagna relationship to the time factors. It's again big story. So next coming to this, the portion we are coming to, yes, we are talking about this. So even when the question of division of houses, here houses are divided. The interchangeability of Kendra and Papasthana, that is, there's a lot of technique involved in it. The Kendra and Papasthana. The behavior of the Lagna. Based on the behavior of the Lagna. Kendra and Papasthana, it has interrelation with the Lagna. Unless you understand the relationship between the Kendra and the Lagna and the Papasthana and the Lagna, it is not possible to understand what actually we are trying to tell. One part of it. Then you have grand. This is the golden key of the Parashara. That is what? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. I know. Everybody say, ask anybody here. They'll say, yes, I know. Right? But the entire Parashara system, the entire yoga based on this. This is the most trickiest. It looks very simple. Dharma, Artha, Kama. So Dharma, it is Kama is opposite. Dharma is plus, Kama is minus. Artha is plus and Moksha is minus. Now you say, people ask the first question, okay, this is Dharma, Kama is understood, but Artha, but here fourth is Artha, is there, no? Fourth is money, fourth is wealth, fourth is house. Unless there is a Vaya of the earth, Vaya of the Artha, there is no comfort here. That means when this is what you have earned here, then you spend it, then you get fourth house. You may also get the 8th house. You may also get the papa. Then you also incur loss. Because spending, dependent. Intellectual spending will give comfort. Stupid spending will make you difficulties. And that is loan. 6th house is actually debt. 8th house becomes sin. Whether you take debt or give debt, it's a papa. This one principle you will find in Quran. Not to give loan, not to take loan. Helping is different. That they refer somehow this particular aspect has gone there. And then what is the 10th house? 10th is your karma. 10th is your karma. Opposite 4th. 4th is what? What is 4th? 10th is your karma. What is the 4th?
Kama.
Huh?
Kama.
No. 4th is what?
Moksha.
What moksha? What do you mean by moksha? What do you mean by moksha? What is there moksha in it? See, if the 10th house is the mind of the opposite person, 7th house mind. Right? Your credit comes from the others. When they feel, yes, Nayak is great, then somebody should say, not me. My status, somebody should say. Shyam Sahab should say, or Satya should say, oh, Nayak is good. Then I will get 10th. My credit comes there. My 10th comes there. That is not by the society. That comes when my 4th is all right. When my 4th is perfect, my mind is right, and if I doing something correct, then that will attract to the other person. So then he will give the name to you. Then if you want to money, if you have money, if you want asset, you have to spend it. Second house is money. 8th house is others' money. So your money would show to others. So these are the matters which are, this is a very simple thing I just explained you. It has got entire, the Yoga Vali Khanda is based on this directional chart. The total thing is based on this chart only. And the same thing used in Nadi also. What they call it, directional chart. Simply put that in Dharma, all the regular, what is being taught, Dharma houses, right? That is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What is Artha houses? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, right? Then what is Kama houses? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Then Moksha houses is, Moksha means don't bother, don't think Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. There is nothing spiritual about it. The spiritual astrology starts with Amsha Kundali. Here it is only Dharma. What is Jiva Dharma? To protect yourself, to become, what is the main Dharma of the Jiva? To take care of your own self. Then think of divinity, wisdom, gain knowledge. Then 9th, do Dharma, good things. Then Dharma and Artha. When there is a combination Dharma, Artha, earn properly and righteously and get the name. Yes, do all the Shodasha karmas. You have to do that. Then Kama, because if you are getting too much into Kama, the Dharma will reduce. Therefore, careful about this Kama. Then if you spend unnecessarily, all Artha will go away. The right purpose of the spending will not be there. Therefore, 4th house asset means you please construct the ashrama, or you spend where people are suffering 8th house. That is, for that you spend. So this is how the whole system is maintained here. The spiritual astrology is, it should be superimposed on this with the Shodasha Varga. What is Shodasha Varga? Shodasha Kala of the moon. Shodasha Kala of the moon. 16 colors for the moon. That is the mental status, different mental status of the mind towards spiritual journey. Each one represent what is the spirituality in marriage, what is the spirituality in progeny. The progeny, Vamshodharaka is Vamsha, then Kanyadana, spiritual aspects too. Sahagarmini, Sahachara is 7th house. Sulabha, right gaining. Right? Satkarmarjana, 2nd house, addition. Add more good karmas to it. So like this, spirituality will go in a different method altogether. Now, when we come to what is the progress, that is progress learning, what I call the Parampara Gurukula Jyotisha is, based on it, this is all with the fundamentals, all this Rashi, Karakatva, all these things has to be taught exactly the way it is being taught. That is one aspect of it. Second thing is analysis, Bhava analysis. Lagna and based Graha classification. The first thing is the classification of the planet for the Bhava analysis. Once you do that, then the Bhava analysis will be perfect. Absolute. It should be first. It should be perfect Bhava analysis. Then comes Phala-based Adipatya. That is Graha Bhava classification. Graha and Bhava classifications. Adipatya, based on Adipatya, Bhava analysis, Bhava classification and Graha classification. Then material-based Graha classification. So especially only for certain material benefits, you have to see the classification. The mostly that is done in Arjuna system. That is Phala-based. Mostly they do it. Then Yoga Avatarana of two kinds. There are two types of yogas. From the Guru Parampara. That is what we have been taught. One is for Yuti, Drishti, Parivartana. Yuti means what? Conjunction. Drishti means what? Paraspara Drishti. Then Parivartana means exchange. Is criteria for yoga between two objects that should materialize during their period. This Yuti, Drishti, Parivartana yogas are all time-based. Right? Then there is another set. By Gati, Chuti, Sthiti. Gati means the speed. Chuti means getting rid of. Then Sthiti means staying there. Are dignities of planets to operate undelivered yoga in the past birth. Whatever the delivers, the yogas who are pending in that, it is coming back to you with these particular yogas with specific names. I've got a lot of names. Adi Yoga, right? Panchamaha Purusha Yoga, right? When you say Panchamaha Purusha Yoga, first we should understand what is Mahapurusha. There is a Mahapurusha Lakshana. The planet should get the Mahapurusha Lakshana, then only it becomes eligible for Panchamahapurusha. Otherwise, the system, whatever the dictum is given, like that you will find many yogas, but it will not be operating. Because we have not seen what is the Mahapurushatva, whether the planet has attained Mahapurusha. If it has attained Mahapurushatva, then it will give Panchamahapurusha, it will give the yoga. Based on the system they have adopted. So for that, you should know the classification of the planets, classification of the bhavas, classification of the grahas. Then only you will be able to decide what is this Panchamahapurusha yoga, whether it is applicable or not. Otherwise, you will find many Panchamahapurusha yogas. First, the planet should become Mahapurusha. So what then you should know what is the Mahapurusha Lakshana. If you want to receive Mahapurusha Lakshana, you have to go to the Vedas, Upanishads. You have to study all those things. Then only you have to know what is the Mahapurusha. Bhagavad Gita says, Krishna says, right? I am among the birds, I am Garuda. Right? He is giving what is Mahapurushatva, 32 Mahapurushatva he gives. So here, when you say Panchama, that means out of that 5 elements should come. 5 element of Mahapurushatva has come in the astrology. In the Jyoti. He should get 5 elements of Shubhatva to become Mahapurusha. Then this Mahapurusha Yoga comes. Adi Yoga means very fundamental. Adi Yoga means basically what is that mind surrounded with? If it is surrounded by the energies of positive energies, the mind becomes very active, very positive. That is Adi Yoga. So Adi Yoga from the Lagna? No, yogas, most of the yogas are from the moon only. Sun yogas are different. Again, when you come to Sun Yoga, that has got a Harsha Vimala Yoga. So there are different yogas out there. The meaning is given for it. And every yoga, that plant should attain that Shubhatva to activate the yoga. And the fundamental principle is based upon the decision of the Bhava Shubhatva, then Adhipatya Shubhatva and Graha Shubhatva, and equally the opposite of it. This is taught systematically in a Gurukul system only. Okay, next. Dasha-based Graha Bhava classification, right? Now, one is the phalas are there. Other is the officer in charge who is going to give you the phalas. Then he has certain qualification. What is his guna? Isn't it? You go to a 5-star restaurant, they serve you with sir, even if you scold him, he will not bother. Steward, come here. What is that? I will not bother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the guna of the giver. You go to some other roadside, he said, that is the only thing available. If you want to eat, get out. His answer will be different. So, the guna of the Dasha Bhakti is more important. It is not simply Dasha Bhakti, guna is more important. This is another session completely. The last and foremost is, most important is Gochara-based classification of Bhava, Graha, and the Ashtaka Varga Vala. Ashtaka Varga is used only in the Gochara. It has nothing to do with birth chart analysis. In the Gochara, it is taken from the moon. Again, there are many lagnas, Hora Lagna, Ghati Lagna. Then many reference points, like moon is also a reference point. So from that reference point, the Bhava, the certain Tarakatwas of the Bhava changes from the moon. Wherever there is a link with the internal aspect, that part is changed for the moon because it has to be aware of what it's doing. So it doesn't understand. If you tell moon, Atma, it laughs at you. Well, I am the one who is showing you everything. Where are you bringing on which I cannot understand? You tell me, show me, say it is a tree, I understand. And you say it is an idol, I understand. It is Venkateswara Swami temple, Venkateswara Swami is sitting there, standing there, I guess it's idol. But you attach me a bhava for it. That is bhakti bhava. You attach a bhakti bhava, then in the idol, I am seeing an energy. So moon asks, please attach a bhava to it. That is the Gochara comes into picture. It is not absolutely not simply mathematics. Mathematics is the basis, first fundamental calculation purposes. Afterwards, lots of inner thoughts, intuitions, very much essential. For that, what is required is this one, the last one. Pearls of wisdom, Daivagya Lakshana, quality of symptom of astrology. Okay, everybody knows about it, but I'm telling you what actually it is. Jyotisha Shastranusarena Pala Vijnana Shalinaha Sadhu Satya Vakya Buddhir Atra Prasirti. According to the technology of Jyotisha, folks who want to get an instinct of the proper delineation must be speaking the truth, clean thoughts and heart. Only then the divine knowledge will befall on them. I'll give a small example to you and exercise to you, all of you also. Please sit down for 20 minutes before taking the chart and half close your eyes. Half close means just you should be able to see some shades, nothing else. Then think of the Gayatri Mantra. Repeat mentally Gayatri Mantra 108 times. You should not get tensed up. Body relax. You should feel very relaxed. Do that. And with that Gayatri Mantra, along with that, you recite the Navagraha Mantra, that is Adityaya cha Somaya Mangalaya Budhaya cha Guru Shukra Shanibhyascha Rahave Ketave Namaha. You repeat it. You do it for 108 times, or at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 108 will over. Do it, then take the chant. What is escaping from your mind earlier, it will be flashing in front of you. When you get into the alpha state of mind, I'm talking about the hypnotic tactics. Hypnotism is not something different. Hypnotism is nothing but the first step for the meditation, right? So they have called it as hypnotism, but basically it is there. That is avastha, different avasthas of the brain. If you get into the alpha level of brain wavelength, you don't need a horoscope to tell anything. You don't need a horoscope. You can tell if you are in that mode. And if you have a horoscope, you can go much deeper into it. That is the state of Devagna. Buddhir eva prasadena Devagnasya sputa bhavet tasmad deva upasita devahi balavatkaram. Wisdom is the gift from the God. That is ever powerful. Wisdom is the gift from the God that is ever powerful. Therefore, worship the divine. You need wisdom. That is Dhiyo Yona Prachodhyat. Exactly. Worship for the mind. Dhiyo Yona Prachodhyat. That is the formula. Gayatri Mantra is the best formula for Jyotisha learning. Don't bother. Do 10 days and look what is it you have learned. Do 10 days and they say I am a Daivagna. If you say I am a Daivagna, you are not. If you put a title in front of you, Daivagna, you are not. You need not have a suffix or a prefix to establish yourself. What you speak should be your title. Doctorate in astrology, Parashar did not get it. Those degrees, those certificates have no value. Yes, they are all good for money making. Absolutely, they are a tool for money making. No doubt about it. Along with that, you will learn Papa. If you are not bothered, don't worry about it because it is there. But basically, if you want to become an astrologer, if you want to really know the world, if you know really what is the Srishti, what is the creation, when you become astrologer and start solving the problems, I am not telling not to make money. You can charge money, absolutely no problem. But only thing is, please do not squeeze. Don't make him suffer to pay you. Otherwise, yes, when you are doing service, you have to take money, absolutely no problem. Because nowadays, if you say free of cost, they will take a ride on you. Therefore, it is better. Yes, you be specific, reasonable. Reasonable is the discretion based on the simple comfort zones. Right? Yes, I cannot tell you what is your comfort. Simple comfort zones. Beyond that, it is Mr. 8, Mr. 6, everybody will be coming along with you. Right? Next quality is ahimsakasya, dantasya, dharmagita dhanasya cha nityam cha niyamastasya sada sanugraha grahaha. When you become harmless, charitable, and wealthy person with instinct to help others, you should become healthy. You should help others. That is the beauty of this. As wealthy persons also. But he should, with an instinct to help others, those of religious and ritualistic nature shall always be protected by the planets. This is again wisdom. Samir, the most important thing you have to Samiraye Vistarata. Sadapi Kinchit Sukum Bhava Jataka Madhyavarti Sanchuchaye Sukshma Tarena Shashvat Dukka Mahajataka Madhyavarti. He says the interpreter, that is astrologer, should expand and enchant the smallest positive effect of the chart. So if he is getting a little bit of goodness, no, you make it as big as possible, like an elephant. You keep on telling good things. But equally, edit and concise the negativity and only indicate the remedial modes. If he is finding a problem, don't expand it. Yeah, there is some problem. Don't worry about it. You can remove it. Just make him cool. Don't tell Marakadasha is going on. The moment you say that, he will collapse there itself. Marakadasha need not be seen just like that. Because first and foremost, you know how to calculate longevity. All that formulas given there are not giving the right longevity. Sometimes it may strike, but the real longevity calculation is totally different. If you know the calculation, then it should not be done. It should be done only, first 12 years, Balarishta is there. You are not supposed to do all this. Only see whether Balarishta is there or not. Right? Then give remedial measures. After 12 years only, you have to see the horoscope. When you see the horoscope, you don't have to go immediately for longevity. Those who said they should see longevity, it is not scientific. Never, you don't find in Maharashtra, but longevity has to be seen. When it is with, when you find that the person is bedridden, or he met with an accident in the ICU unit, or he is in the bed for a long time and not getting cured. In those periods only you should indicate. Then rest of things are Ganda. You can always indicate a Ganda. Ganda means Ganda Antara. That is once you get out of it. How to get out of Ganda Antara? When it is going to end. Ganda Antara. These are the dangerous periods. You can indicate the dangerous periods. Basing on what? Not on simply Manaka thing. There is a Bhadaka concept. Don't worry about it. Bhadaka concept is not in Parashara. It is an imported one. Right? The only Maraka concept is that. In the Maraka also, the order is different. The highest is 7th, the next one is middle one is 2nd, and the very primary is 12th one. Therefore, don't bother about it. So what you have to see, because when marriage is running, naturally 7th or 2nd should be running. According to some people say 2nd house is by marriage. Because KP has pushed it, KP has said family is put it. But it's a Maraka also. But the same KP or anybody says, any house 6th from it is detrimental to that house. Any house 6th or 8th from it is 6th or 8th, 12th from it is detrimental to that house. This is a formula. Everywhere you use it. Now for see marriage, 7th house is the 8th house for the 2nd house. Then how can you say it is good? Or 7th house, 8th house, 2nd house is 8th house. Sorry, 7th house, 8th, 2nd is 8th house. Then how can you say it is good for it? But it is taken for some other purposes. It is not definitely for marriage. Marriage is totally different. It is, yes, with the 7th, other houses are there that has to be studied very well. No doubt about it. Second is, it automatically happens. You don't have to create. If you get married, don't think it is not a bad family. You need to see. If you are seeing a family life, that is different. After marriage, family life is different. After marriage, family life is different. That means the houses, one is the permanent, that is what you call static analysis of bhava, then dynamic analysis of bhava. So then what happens? Up to marriage, family was good. After marriage, the family is spoiled. That means when this girl came into picture, or this boy came into picture, family is spoiled. That means there is that what you analyze is different. Now is analyzing different. That means the reference point changes here. So therefore, the reference points when it changes, the whole of analysis what you've done, because for every event, there is a sequence going on. So that sequence you have to catch. In general trend, it will be like this. But when an event takes place, from there the total things changes. The life changes. Marriage, when you get a child, when you get married, don't you feel that lot of differences come into your picture? So that how to see. Before marriage, how can I tell? What happens to? So what is the house where it's married or not? Together, is there a house? No. Different houses are there. Seventh house is marital life. It's a marital bliss. That will give marital bliss. Because even if you're suffering, there could be a bliss. Absolutely no problem. Husband and wife may be fighting, but they are together. Nothing. But these are the matters which needs a different method of analysis. That is what is being planned to teach a right astrology, Parashara, that is what we call it, wisdom of Parashara. That way the school is started. Okay. So this is the what you call an information from my side as far as my experiences with the Parashara is concerned. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sir, great session, sir. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Very nice session, sir.
Ah.
And thank you so much. Gave me great explanation on the divisional chart, Kattapayadi, Sangya, and ethical code of conduct for astrologers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the participants.
Thank you.
Should we end, sir?
Yeah, you can end it.
Okay, sir. Okay.